Hello, I'm Marilyn, and I have Marilyn's on Fifth Avenue South in Naples, Florida. And we do these live streams at 2 o'clock on Thursdays. And last week we did linens, but I promised you that we were going to talk about cottons this week, which we are. But if you happen to have missed the linen one, it's on our website right now, and it'll be on there another week. And then after that, we'll put on the cotton one. Then also, you can also see it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Guess we got that all out of the way. They would call that housekeeping in the old days. Anyway, we got the housekeeping out of the way so we can really get back to it. I did some extra research because I really wanted to give you some great information about cotton. But originally, let's talk about cotton, and I think I also promised to talk about it like in the fall and what you would use it for. Originally, cotton is a very, very sporty fabric in the 100% cotton. And I also, when I was in my reading that was very interesting, is I get asked this question all the time: how much does the cotton shrink? Well, if it's 100% cotton, it shrinks. It can shrink up to 3%, and that was listed under the textile industry, which is manufacturing it. But because they use different finishes on it, that can also sustain it so it doesn't shrink Also, adding other fabrics in it, like a lot of times you'll see cotton stretch, that also stops it from shrinking. So I think it's a minimal these days, but that was one that they quoted as the max. This is a regular cotton. It's a thicker cotton. This is a beautiful design, and you see it a lot. More casual. It's harder to dress up, but cottons I think of as something fun. That's why you see it a lot in t-shirts, which are fun, and it absorbs. It doesn't absorb moisture. Some do, but these particular ones that we have today do not. Okay, the type of cotton that does not absorb moisture is the kind that's used in Band-Aids and anything that maybe diapers, because it's used that way so that it absorbs up the moisture. But the ones that we sell now do not do that. This is another 100% cotton. I do them in casual dresses, things that you could wear out at the beach, or maybe belt. All of our dresses come with pockets in them. This is a fun print, easy to work with, throw it on and go wherever you want to. A dress is a lot cooler than a pair of pants, and when it gets warm here in the summer months, it's really nice to have the cotton. We also did a few other styles that I wanted to show you. This is another one that's really nice, a little more dressier, but as you can see, they're very casual things, they're day wear type of things. When you start getting into, here's a good example of one that I wanted to show you, another one of ours. This is a full 100% cotton. This is just comfortable on the beach. I love this a couple of ways. One of them, which I can't show you accessories for because I don't carry them in the store, but I think you've seen them, all those, anything fabric-y, like fabric-y, I don't wear like jewelry necklines, but anything I would wear a bracelet, and they're like those Indian types, you know, with the string and the different colors, and the bags that have multicolors, because I think it's something you wear with sandals on the beach, and I think that's a good way to wear it with a straw hat. The other way, though, if you want to make it a little dressier, for instance, you've been running around in it all day and you didn't get it dirty, you can go out at night. You can use, I have a cute pair of shoes, which I would do it with, which is here, nice new heel. And I wanted to show you what we've done on some of our mules. A lot of people can't wear a mule because they come back in the shoe. We added this plastic, it's a laminate really, that you can put it on and use, and it'll literally keep you in the shoe. So if that's been a problem in the past and you wanted to wear this kind of shoe, they're very in the coming this season, so I wanted to make that opportunity to you. But if I wore this shoe, I want to tie it in somehow. See? Then you could add like a little scarf if you're cold, but that could go out from, day into evening. One of the things that's really changed a lot about it is stretch. And we're adding a lot more stretch to products than we ever did before. What happens to cotton is when they process cotton, they take out all the wax in it and the oil in it. So what they have to do is put some kind of a finish on it. Actually, they're putting all of that back in. And there's many different types of finishes then. For instance, polished cotton, that was what they're doing there. They do that kind of finish. And they have stone finishes. This one is a particular double stretch. And the reason you're seeing stretch in so many products is it makes the fit a lot easier. This we did in pants, wonderful fitting on it. If you want a real easy, just an easy, simple little top to throw on, this is really nice. I also did another one. When you start adding fabrics, depending on what you add, the cotton can get dressier and dressier. Alone, I like to think of it as it likes to play with others if it's get dressy. So one of the things I did here, and I put all my information there. Yeah. This is a regular stretch cotton in a skirt. This is a cotton, 72%, and the rest is silk. And that makes it very flowy, very transparency, very soft to the touch. It also drapes very well. I think when we put it, I see it in our scarves a lot of times. This is another one where we do silk with modal, and it makes it drapier when they put in the silk. So this is really pretty, and what I did is I threw this together. I would tuck it in this case, but you could also wear it with pants. And of course, I have a new shoe for you to see, and I have to hold it up high so you can see it. And also, again, with the laminate, in case you want it. If you don't, we can have it removed. Nice heel, really pretty with this to do a pair. You can also wear this with a plain shoe too, if you want a little less like a sandal, if you want it more casual. But look at what happens to the cotton when you start putting it with other things. And we're going to see more and more of that. The reason we're really here today is because we're going into November and the Christmas season. And I have on what this is. This is a special. These are cotton knits. They're made in Italy, of course. They're very, very interesting. This particular designer has completely converted over the way the machines work. So they'll be sewing this type of knit and switch over a totally different type of knit. So most of the way knits are done today is they're done digitally, electronically. It's loaded into the machine, and then the machine does it automatically. It can take up to 2 to 3 days to load these programs. That's how sophisticated they are. They're really nice. We have them online. They'll be all online by Saturday, but you want to make sure you do small sizes. The one I have, this is a style for if you want a little more fitting. This is the one that she's known for, this pop, where she has the popping in it to give it more texture. She also, I don't know if you could see it, but she has 2 types of knits in there. Notice how it switches over on the knits. These are, they're every bit as heavy as a wool, but they're much more comfortable to wear. And I honestly really see these at Thanksgiving dinner, where you don't want to go really, you want to go too casual, but yet you would like to be able to, to crawl up in a chair or something and watch the game, or, a little more room for eating maybe too. But this is really nice. This is great with pants. And it comes in a lot of colors, which is pretty. I'll show you a few of the pretty colors. This is teal, which you don't see, which is pretty. And this is the red and the fuchsia. But you can see it makes a very, very interesting, if it's a little warmer, you could wear like in old days, you could wear a crispy white blouse underneath and show the collar. This one I wanted to put on because this is great because the longer something gets, you want to wear it with narrower pants. But this is really great with a flary pants because it hits around the hip line right here. And I put this one on so you could see it. In a lot of respects, when you wear this one, even though it's bulkier here, because it's hitting you up higher and you have your legs, it's going to make you look thinner coming in at the waist. And she did some other ones that are really nice. This is another cotton, little lighter weight on the cotton, but this bulky kind of thing that if you want to crawl up, that's the way I see them. You can also, they're just as comfortable outside, and I could see these at, I guess I could see these out in restaurants and bars, I guess, when we get back to those things. But we are back to those things here on Fifth Avenue. This is a dress, and it's so pretty on. It has pockets, and it drapes on the body. According to the designer, she designed and knit this so that as you wear it, it customizes itself to your body. So help me God, she told me. And I find that extremely interesting, but I should have already noticed that on the other one that I was wearing the other day as I started to wear it as the weather starts to get a little cooler here. Here's an example of a dress. And this one is interesting. You can see it. It has no seams on the side. So when you talk about that quality of Italian, they could have put this in 2, but they didn't. They chose to do it in 2 pieces so that you had no seams on the side. This one's really fun. It's got pockets, great with narrow pant legs. I wouldn't do it with sweats because I think it'll look too sloppy. Some pretty colors. Pretty colors. Let me do this thing. Okay, let's talk. I've shown it to you as a casual type of thing, how you can wear cotton, but how do you make cotton do more than that? Or how do you make it a little dressier? It's a nice fabric. This is a particular one. This is a stretch cotton. This is from Natan. He designs for the royal family in Belgium. It's a really cute one. This accessorizes it. I can't even tell you how much accessories I had for this. I mean, it never stops. I was showing, you can do so much. A shoe changes everything. Look at, oh, sorry. We have this one, cute little purse to go with it too. Here's something else that's pretty. I mean, it just literally takes everything. And we did it in different heel lengths. This is another one. Real pretty little, see how pretty it is? And you could accessorize it. Throw on a little red piece of jewelry, which of course we find here. I'd leave the neckline alone. And also, I mean, I can go on and on with this. And then, I mean, if you just want to keep it with black and stay in black on the color, and then maybe pop it with a different colored purse. It doesn't have to be red, it could be yellow. Yellow's a good accent color these days. And that goes, I have a lot. This is a good dress and it's easy to work with. So it's a good, as my mother would say, a good workhorse. When you start, now this has gotten to be really big. They started offering putting in poly. And I know that was a bad thing. But when they start putting the poly and the cotton together, the fabric gets more luxurious. It has a wonderful coarse, I know that sounds terrible, a comfortable coarse feeling. And they also do it here, this is another one. And they put a little bit of the poly in, and the blouse won't wrinkle as much. And they are able to, the blouse to take on a shape of its own. And this is really pretty together. You can use this with a lot of accessories, these fabrics, and they're a little dressier, but not that, not so that you can't still tone them down. I wanted to show you how you can really have dressy, but if you're going to use cotton for a dressiness, you're going to need to have it some kind of poly or cotton. This particular one, I love this, and boy, have I got the shoes for this. This one has linen in it. They've put together, I say, elast cotton linen, and it has such a beautiful texture, which they do texture so that it shows the light in different ways. So as you're walking, you'll see that it has like a ruffling effect. It's not just a flat color. And the detail on this dress is so pretty. I put together some things, a pretty scarf, but the one I love is the shoes I put with this. I let you do it two ways. Look at that shoe with it. Isn't that pretty with the coral? And the other one that's pretty is you could do it if you need flats. You can do it with this in the flats. And a suggestion on an earring I have. This earring is pretty. I do have an earring that would match this in the coral, but it got to be no flat, needed to break up the whole object. So here how pretty it works with all of this. Or if you're not in the hat, it could happen. I could see this easily. And the shoe. Really special. I want to show you so much, so I'm not going to do too much on the ties. This is a special process. This is cotton, 90% cotton, and they put in poly. Now, the reason they put this in the poly is this is a finish. It's a burnout finish. And well, because they put in the poly, they're able to do texture on the fabric. And I think you can see how it has like here. And these colors are really nice. And you can wear this with nude shoes, of which I have many, but I'm going to show you this one. And then you're finished. This is really a nice dress. It goes to a lot of places easy. It's like I have to go to a lunch and I have to go out, or I have something special to do, but it's not that dressy, but yet it's just comfortable. Very comfortable dresses, because remember, there's still a lot of cotton left in that. And this one here is really nice. This is bamboo. They're mixing cotton with bamboo and a little bit of silk. And what that does is that makes this feel very silky. So they've taken now, you've got the texture, you've got the silkiness of it. And because you have a stretch of the poly, it's going to help you with the wrinkling. And this dress is really fun. You can definitely have this with nude. Though my favorite shoe on this one, and I didn't pull it out, but I love this look with it. And I have some black crystal earrings, which I show with it. This makes a nice comfort. If you're going to use this, if you're going to use this for a mother of the bride, which we have customers, I would stay with just the nude shoe. But then when you get done, you can usually wear this for a lunch and it'll be something different with that one. So don't be unassuming. So that's what the cottons are. I did want to point out one more thing to you about the cottons. I'll put that down. And that is that I see these with, since I keep thinking of you getting a little cold, but maybe don't all of you come down here, but you'll probably still be up there. This is the way this looks without anything on it. I don't think you want to wear a long piece of jewelry on here because it's going to fit, and up by the neck, I don't think it's going to work well because it's going to be too lightweight. But these are really perfect for scarves, and I would make it narrow when you do the I just grab mine. I don't have any special tie on this one because if you get these really and just drape it like that, or because maybe I'm thinking of you now at Thanksgiving dinner, well, you're not going to want to. You're just going to want to be warm. This will be less cumbersome. I'm looking at the mirror over here. See what I mean? Just to get a little dress here or something. But these are really nice. They're comfortable, they're pretty, and they're not so sporty. They still have a little style to them. If you have any questions about cotton or anything that what we've done here, feel free to email us. I think you've all seen me do this. This is the Michael Jordan tie. It's one I use a lot. There. So, just as a reminder, now that we're all got all our mechanical things back, we got new equipment today, so maybe we're not so good at it yet, but we will be better. Anyway, next week we're going to do something that I'm kind of excited about because I really wanted to think. We have hand painted dresses here, and we have hand painted tops, and a lot of times people will say to me, "That's wearable art." Well, I have to think about wearable art because wearable art to me becomes fashion when it looks good on you. And we have hand painted dresses that we're going to show you next week in cotton, staying in that same vein, that are fall colors for backgrounds, and we just received one of the boxes. We're waiting for 3 more boxes, and we'll show you what you can do with those and the different prints and why it's fashion more than it is wearable art. Thank you.